Secrets and Regrets Unveiled. The first time I met her family, her brother pulled me aside and whispered, "I know what you did last summer, so does she." My heart hammered so loud I was sure everyone could hear. I'd spent months pretending last summer never happened, burying the memory of her best friend's lips on mine, the way we laughed under the boardwalk, the guilt that gnawed at me every time I saw her face. I told myself it was a mistake, that I could leave it behind, but standing there in her parents' living room, her brother's words cracked open everything I tried to hide. Dinner was a disaster. She watched me, her eyes searching for something I wasn't ready to admit. Her brother smirked across the table, and I could barely choke down my food. When she finally asked me to help her with the dishes, my hands shook so badly I almost dropped a plate. She leaned in, voice barely a whisper, asking if I had anything to tell her. I wanted to confess, to beg for forgiveness, but the words tangled in my throat. Instead, I lied. I said there was nothing, that I loved her, and she stared at me with a look that made me feel like I was already caught. Later that night, her best friend showed up. I hadn't seen her since that night last summer, but the tension was instant. She hugged my girlfriend a little too long, glancing at me over her shoulder. My girlfriend watched our exchange, her expression unreadable. The three of us sat in the living room, laughter forced and brittle, every word a test. When my girlfriend excused herself to grab more drinks, her best friend leaned in and whispered, "She knows. She's just waiting for you to admit it." I felt sick, cornered by secrets I couldn't outrun. I spent the night staring at the ceiling, her asleep beside me, guilt burning a hole in my chest. I realized I'd been lying not just to her, but to myself, afraid to admit I wanted the thrill, the chaos, the danger more than I wanted her trust. When morning came, I packed my things and left before she woke up, too much of a coward to face her or the truth. I told myself I was saving her, but deep down I knew I was just running from the wreckage I'd made, unable to choose between the life I had and the person I really was.